It says live. Am I live? I didn't pick where I was going to go. Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and ATM Mastermind Group page, and we're going live today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about ATM Machine Brands. So we got ATM Machine Brands. So which ones do we use? Which ones does PDQ use? And the different manufacturers. So there's 4 manufacturers. There's Nautilus Shosung is manufacturer number 1. There's Gen Mega manufacturer number 2. There's Paloon is manufacturer number 3. And there's Triton is manufacturer number 4. Now, each one has its pros and cons. I don't believe anyone is better than the other one. And then most of the people in the ATM business, they start out with either a Nautilus Shosung machine or a Gen Mega machine. Now, there are some people, Triton really started out the industry in the beginning. They were really the leaders of the industry. Nautilus Shosung came on, but they called themselves Tranix. And then what happened is Nautilus Shosung actually manufactured the machine, and Tranix stamped their name on the ATM. So it was really Triton. Back in the day, there was Triton, Tidal, and Tranix. Those were the 3 manufacturers. Then what happened is probably about 15 years ago, Tranix and Nautilus Shosung, they had a falling out. They started fighting. They broke their agreement, and Tranix started making their own ATM, and Nautilus Shosung continued with their model. Then a little while later, Tranix became Hantel, and then Hantel became Gen Mega. Now, again, they both make really good machines. One's not better than the other. It just becomes a preference, a choice. What I can see is Gen Mega was really a California-based company, and Nautilus Shosung was based in Texas. And what happened is it seemed like most of the West Coast people used Gen Mega. Most of the people in the Midwest and the East Coast people started using Nautilus Shosung. So depending on where your region is, you're going to see from time to time, you're going to see more either Gen Megas in one area of the country or not more Nautilus Shosungs. Now Gen Mega has since moved their operation into Texas. So maybe for tax purposes or logistical ways, I don't know why they moved, but that's where they're at. So now it kind of divvies up the country a little bit easier. Gen Mega makes their two models of choice are the 2500, which is the common ATM that you'll see a lot of places, and then just a little notch above the rest is the Onyx. So the Onyx or the Gen Mega 2500. One of the things you're going to see the difference between the two is the Onyx is a touch screen, a little bigger screen, like about a 10-inch screen. The Gen Mega is just push buttons. So one is not better than the other. Just basically the big difference is the touch screen versus the non-touch screen. Now you got the Nautilus Shosung. Their brand right now currently is the Halo 2. That's got about a 10-inch screen. It is push buttons. And then their upper scale model is called the Force. The Force is the touch screen. It has about a 14-inch screen, and they have a light in the bottom. So when you're working on the ATM, that's a nice little option. And they have a plug for your wireless device. And they also have a spot where you can put your wireless device. So those are nice added features. The difference in price, usually depending on, I'm not going to give you the price because the price kind of varies with if there's an end of the season special, if they're running a special. But the upcharge is usually about $200 between the Gen Mega 2500 and the Onyx, and then between the Halo 2 and the Force. So the Force is about a $200 increase, and the Onyx is about a $200 increase. The Triton is usually comparable with the Force in terms of price. That's about the price point. Tritons is usually made in America, and it's a little bit more expensive. They do also have the Argo, which is a little bit more higher end model. Then you have Paloon has their entry level machine, and then they have an upgrade machine of what the next one is, about another $150 to $200, depending on what time of the year it is and what kind of show specials they're running. Well, those are the 4 brands out there of ATM. A lot of people ask me, well, Phil, should I buy the Force? Should I buy the Onyx? And you know what? When you're first starting out in the business, I would buy the entry level machine. I don't believe, in my personal opinion, I do not believe that the Force or the Onyx or the higher end Triton is going to make much of a difference. It'll make difference to you, the ATM operator, but to the customer, it doesn't make any difference. Does it make any more money? Doesn't make any more money. In my experience and PDQ's experience, it does not make any more money. But what we do, we like to give our customer a little higher end unit from time to time to set ourselves apart from some of the other ATM operators. But at the end of the day, it's just an added expense for us, the ATM operator. Now, resale value, it has a little bit higher resale value. When you do go to resale value, ATMs last about 10 years. So, you know, if you're running it to end of life, is it going to make a difference? It's probably not going to make a difference. They're both very quality made ATMs, both of them, but all 4 of them, they're very quality ATM. But it's just on who's going to give you the best support. Usually you're buying from your ISO, which is us, PDQ Merchant Enterprises, and they're usually going to support you for all the technical support and all the support that you need. Warranty, you're looking at is they usually give you a year to 2 years, but that's from manufacture date. So what does that mean? That means inside the ATM, there's a date that it was made, and that is the manufacture date. So the question becomes is how long does it stay? If it's made in Korea and they ship it here, how long does it take to get here? Usually 4 to 5 months. And then from there, you got about a 1.5 year warranty. So usually they'll cover you a bumper warranty, but the labor, you're going to have to pay for that. So those are the features. Now, what does PDQ use? Now, I've been a Nautilus Yosung fan from the beginning. I know the presidents of both companies. They're of Gen Mega and Nautilus Yosung, phenomenal people. But we use Nautilus Yosung a little bit more than Gen Mega, just because when we started out in the game, we started with the Nautilus Yosung brand. We've become very familiar with that brand. We use both brands, but that is our brand of choice, is the Nautilus Yosung, just because of the history and the support that we developed over the years with Nautilus Yosung. Gen Mega, again, no disrespect to Gen Mega, I think they make a phenomenal machine, but our brand of choice is the Nautilus Yosung, just because of what we've done. The other thing I like a little bit better is I like the bigger screen on the Halo versus the 2500. I like it. It gives a bit more appearance, but logistical wise, how it performs, they're both very quality machines in what they do and how they perform. So I think their service is over the top. Both companies' service is over the top. I think they respond to service. If you need something, you usually call your ISO, which is us. We help speed the process up. But when we deal with both companies, phenomenal service. They're very good. Now, do I have experience with the Triton? I did have experience with Triton back in the day, but we haven't bought any new Tritons in a while. Paloon, we looked at their line. I know the people who just do very well at Paloon. We didn't want to carry 4 lines. So for us, we haven't looked into, or we haven't bought the Paloon ATM. I have talked to a bunch of people who operate it. I think they say it's a great machine. The service is great, but we haven't personally used them or Triton in a long time. But I do have customers that do use those, and they have said nothing but good things about them. So I would say in the ATM industry, no matter who you go with, I think it's a pretty good choice. They've all made quality products because they want to stay the course. Again, ATMs should last 10 years. Does that? And from what I've seen, they do. Now, when you buy an ATM, again, the 10 years is about what they last. But in the course of that 10 years, you will have to upgrade to the latest, greatest, whatever that is. It seems like about every 3 years, Visa, MasterCard, the card brands, they change their protocols. And when they change their protocols, we have to change with those times. Right now, the latest is the TR31 upgrade, which means the keypads have to be Visa and MasterCard compliant by 2025, January 2025. Now, what that also means is if you're going out, you're looking at, let's say, eBay, or you're looking at some other place to buy used ATMs, you will have to know, hey, this is not EMV upgraded, which stands for Euro, MasterCard, Visa. This is not the keypad. It's not TR31 compliant, which means that if you're buying an ATM by the rules of Visa and or MasterCard, if it doesn't have the latest greatest keypad in it, you're not even supposed to use it. So that ATM is supposed to be replaced, or the keypad is replaced. So whoever's selling that knows that. So you should know, if you're looking at used product, is this TR31 upgraded or not? And then some ATMs, 5000 series, the 1800 standard, the 1800 CE on Samsung cannot be upgraded. So no matter what you do, you can't bring that up to the latest greatest. Triton's 9600s, they're retired. 9100s, they're all going to be retired. So you can't upgrade them. And some of the Gen Mega, everything is upgradable, but you have to have the latest greatest keypad. If you're running what we call a B1 or B2 keypad, that has to be upgraded to B3 keypad. So according to Gen Mega, everything is upgradable, but not everything is. Oh, sorry, I got a hot one. I gotta get is going to be able to. Hold on, sorry. I just want to get through this. Not everything is going to be upgradable. So just want to share with some of our thoughts. And you guys, thank you very much for jumping on the live tonight. Thank you. Have a happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys had a great weekend with your family. Again, we also, if you guys are interested in ATM business, we sell a course that teaches you from A to Z how to get into ATM business. We'll post that in link down below. And if you guys need ATMs or parts, we sell ATMs, we sell parts. Been in the ATM business for 23 years. So I just want to thank you guys again for jumping on the live. And I want to also thank you guys for subscribing. Some of you guys are subscribing to the channel. Some of you guys are in our Facebook group page. And just to let you know that we're here if anybody needs help or has some questions in ATM business. Been here for a long time, and we're looking at staying here for even longer. So thank you guys very much, and have a great rest of your Memorial Day. Bye. And you know what? See us in 2 weeks, because we'll be back. Same bad time, same bad channel. And as my friend said, that's it. That's all, says the clock on the wall. Thank you.